My fellow Americans, our nation has just gone through Afghanistan. We really need to look at what we did wrong. A little history first. Great past empires have tried to occupy and control Afghanistan. The then very great United Kingdom tried to bring Afghanistan to its knees. They failed. The super great Soviet Union spent 20 years and spent their great nation into bankruptcy. They failed. Then we went into Afghanistan. Osama bin Laden was our boy. We found him, trained him, financed him. We helped him throw the Russians out of Afghanistan. Then Osama bin Laden said to his American benefactors, "We have driven out the Russians, but still you are here. You have now become the foreign occupiers of my country, so please leave." Obviously, we did not take his advice and leave. So for the last 20 years, the U.S. armed forces have occupied and run Afghanistan. We have tried to impose upon them our new values, which aren't even working for us. So bin Laden attacked. The horror and death of 9/11 were Osama bin Laden. Bush Jr. invaded, cleared out of Afghanistan the Osama bin Laden organization. In the first 6 months, he did it. So what happened? What went wrong? Two groups came at poor Bush Jr. The human rights and women's rights and rights of the press groups came. Those people descended onto poor Junior Bush. And then came the dogs of war, the users, the scavengers who feed off war. President and Army General Dwight Eisenhower warned the American people back in the 1950s. He cautioned us about the military-industrial complex, that is, the unholy union of big war equipment manufacturers and their paid puppets, corrupt politicians, and some top brass of the military. Those two forces, the human rights on the left and the military-industrial complex, descended on poor Bush Jr. And they convinced him to try and make Afghanistan into a Western-style democracy and a haven for far-left concepts of freedom. After Bush came poor Obama, the agent of change. Obama promised when he was running for president that he was going to get us out of Afghanistan and those other endless wars. He lied. Shortly after he became president, he changed his mind and he knelt and kissed the ring of the international human rights cartel and the ring of the military-industrial complex. Then came Trump, who said, "America first." Trump said, "We're leaving." Trump understood that 20 years and $3 to $4 trillion and 2,500 young American lives and 175,000 Afghan people killed during this fiasco in Afghanistan was simply not working. Trump said, "We are leaving." Then the two forces which had fugabooed poor Junior Bush and Barack Obama, they came at old Biden. So we stayed more months. After 20 long, hard years, we stayed and tried to force alien values and alien forms of government upon a strong, proud people. It did not work. There are lessons to be learned. One, respect other people's cultures, their traditions and values. Don't try to force our clearly imperfect system on someone else. Do you know what would happen to a drag queen who tried to go into a library and teach 5, 6, and 7, and 8-year-olds about homosexuality in Kabul, Afghanistan? He wouldn't last 2 minutes. Another lesson, if we had unleashed our bombs and drones on the bad guys, in a short time, we would have destroyed those bad guys. Certainly some civilians would have died, as in every war, but that number would not approach the number killed. It wouldn't be anywhere near the 175,000 Afghans killed. Next time, let's fight smart. Please join me in thanking and praising the men and women of the United States military who valiantly fought and sacrificed and died in answer to the call of our nation. America, treat our veterans right. And let's keep our noses out of other people's countries and take care of our own people, the American people.